Everyone, it's Michelle Vina-Baltsas. I'm outside on my deck, so I don't know what kind of noises you're going to hear. Probably dogs and people and whatever. Not people, but dogs. I hear one right now. But I wanted to do a video because three tips came to mind today that I really wanted to share with you. Three tips to help you move more consistently. And I had like the most insane day, and actually lately, just the past few months, as I've shared in other videos, have been really super stressful. Ooh, and I've had to manage it. It's not been easy, but I'm doing it. You know, no one is immune to stress. So even though I know a lot about it and how to manage it, and I certainly coach my clients around it, it doesn't mean that I'm immune to it. So I'm working through it, like I said. But let me get to the topic here, which is 3 tips to help you move more consistently. And the first one is, I'm going to look at my notes. I literally schedule in my my calendar time to move my body, just like I schedule appointments to see people or go to the doctor or whatever. I schedule in time for movement, and it varies by day, and I don't do something deliberate every day, but I will honestly say that every other day I have movement in my calendar. Sometimes it's longer than others, but it's in there. So that really encourages me to do it. And it also makes it a priority to me because it's in the calendar and it's like, oh, I got to find time somewhere today to move. And that is one way that I ensure that I'm going to be moving my body consistently. Another is I don't get caught up in the perfectionism, because it is way too easy to do that, especially when we are stressed out and overwhelmed by our jobs, by our families, by our friends, by everything, just by life. It is so easy to get caught up in, well, if I can only get 10 minutes in, is it really worth it? I can like hear some of the tapes I play in my head. Well, that's not really considered to be exercise, walking the dog, is it? I mean, I'm sure you tell yourself all kinds of stories too about what is considered to be movement and what isn't. And in my book, it all freaking counts. So if you take the dog for an extra long walk just because you want to, because you love your dog, or because you need a little extra movement that day, it all counts. It all goes into the movement bucket. So don't be so particular about what it is that you do. Just do it, okay? And do things that you like to do. That also helps. The other thing is, we gotta be flexible. Like I said before, put it in the calendar. Don't be perfectionistic about it, but also be flexible about what you do. You don't have to have a gym membership in order to be an official exerciser. You just have to do things that make you feel good and that help you can reconnect your mind and your body. That is the most important part. So that could be, for instance, doing some gardening, having a random dance party, mowing the lawn. It's summer, and in the northern hemisphere, where I am in New York, it's freaking hot. And to be honest, my husband and I kind of fight about who's going to mow the lawn, because I really like it, and I have a hard time starting the lawnmower, but once it's started, pushing that thing and loading up the bags with the grass clippings is great exercise. So be flexible about what you consider to be movement and what you don't. Of course, a gym is great too. If you have a membership and you enjoy going to the gym, that's great. I have a gym membership. I use it all year round. I will be honest and say that I don't use it as much in the summer. Why? Because I want to be outside. I don't want to be in a room. I want to be outside playing. So, like last week, I made a quick video and I said I was going to my church to do something there. I rode my bike. I'm not far from there, and I felt safe enough on the streets. I have a helmet and I rode. Be creative and fit it in where you can. Today, my son was at an appointment. I had an hour to kill. So I couldn't get my exercise done at a different time during the day. And again, because it's in my schedule, I sort of planned my day early and said, okay, well, I can't get it in today because I have this, and this appointment. I have this, but during his hour appointment, I can get a walk in. So I did that. I had my earbuds. I listened to some music. It was great. Bam! I got some movement done. No judgment, no perfectionistic attitude. I sweat, I had fun, I felt good, I felt reconnected, I felt my stress reduce. So don't be too particular about it, just do it. Now, because I do this, I move my body on a regular basis, I generally sleep better, which is great because so many people, when I've spoken to women over the phone, especially when I did my last round of research, say that they don't sleep as well. And I understand that because there was a period of time before I developed this really healthy, beautiful relationship with movement that I didn't either. Sleep well, I mean. So exercise, it makes your muscles tired in a good way, so it helps you to sleep better at night. So that's one advantage. And another that I mentioned before was helping to reduce stress and overwhelm. And while I get that it can seem like adding another freaking thing to our plate is like, how is that going to reduce overwhelm? But in reality, it does. And that's because it helps with that mind-body connection thing, helps us get back into our body, helps us be more mindful, which helps reduce our stress. So really, are there any downsides to it? I don't think so. I mean, I really don't. And I get, sometimes I totally bag on it and I'm like, I am not freaking doing this today. I am tired, blah, blah, blah. And then I talk to myself and then I remind myself that it's taken me years to develop this relationship with exercise that I have. It's important to me and it helps me in so many ways. So that fuels me to do it. And even if I want to do something that takes less time that day, I still do it. So I hope that this is encouraging for you in some way. These are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in my upcoming class, Overcoming Obstacles to Movement. Because believe me, when I tell you, I had every freaking excuse in the book years ago not to move my body. And now, like I said, I do it consistently and willingly for all of the reasons that I've explained to you. And I have a lot more in my bag to talk about. So we will be talking about this in my upcoming class, which starts next Wednesday, July 5th. So it's a great time of year to really start to nurture this relationship with movement if you're not doing so already. And it's a great time to set some goals around it and really to understand what some of the obstacles that you have are to movement. And we can tease through them and really get you on a path that works for you and that will have you enjoying a relationship with exercise that you don't currently have. So it again starts next Wednesday, July 5th. It's only $47. It's 4 weeks, $47. There's 4 live calls, a support group, and lots of fun exercises. And of course, being with other like-minded women who have the same idea of, developing and nurturing a relationship with movement. So I hope you'll consider joining me. When I get back to my office, I will put the link below the video or above it or wherever, but you get the message. And I hope that these tips were helpful for you. If you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comments or private message me, whatever you're comfortable doing. But before you go, I want to show you my puppy. Hang on. Come here, my love. Come here. Say hello. Say hi. This is Lily. This is my baby. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll talk soon. Bye.